Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Business with a servant's heart. Listen to the podcast. We're all about to talk on life. Our guest will share his life story. We want you to success in life. We're ready and we will start shortly. We're gonna talk on life. We're gonna talk on business. You're gonna shine bright. We are gonna witness. Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Business with a servant's heart. Listen to the podcast.
Let me tell you all about my product and my features and benefits. And you know what? Nothing loses the attention of your audience or your guests faster when it becomes 5 minutes about you. Ask a question and let them tell you about them, and then proceed from there.
I want to invite you into the Business Network, my free school community for entrepreneurs and business owners who want to grow their network and scale their business. Inside, you'll get step-by-step lessons, monthly workshops, feedback, scripts, resources, bonuses, and a community of like-minded people who believe in helping each other win. Join us today at school.com/thebusinessnetwork and click Join Group. I'll see you inside.
Welcome, everyone, to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast. I'm your host, Steve Ramona, and do you do presentations? You know what's funny? You're going to do presentations in your life, not just your business. You might be presenting to your wife, or girlfriend, why you want to marry her. Your wife, why you want to go on the cruise to Croatia. I don't know, I picked Croatia, I think, because her planes broke up. But it's interesting, we're presenting all the time. And I know you'd want to be better at that and be able to grow yourself or your business or whatever with presentations. That's our topic for today, servant heart through presentations. But here's our gratitude for today. This is a really good one. No one can do what you do. You're truly exceptional. And this fits our guest very well because he's going to teach you how you can do what you can do with presentations. With that being said, let's bring our guest on. Jeff, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Steve. Great to be here.
Why are you passionate about presentations?
I'm passionate about presentations because I've been doing presentations for like 30 years or more. And actually, I've been, like you kind of did said in your opening, every day you were doing a presentation. You may not consider it to be a presentation, but you're selling something in somewhere to somebody, and that's a presentation. So whether you're selling your mom when you were a teenager or a youngster, hey, I want to go take me to the playground or buy me a piece of candy. I mean, you're selling your mom on why you want that piece of candy or why you want to go to the playground.
How many presentations do you think you've done in your career?
Oh my gosh, thousands, literally. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm even approaching six figures in presentations by now. That's something I actually tracked or traced, and you're honestly the first person that ever asked me that question. But easy, I mean, if we want to go back to childhood, yeah, I'm sure we've done easy six figures on presentations.
Yeah, you've done a lot of, and the reason I asked that, you've done a lot of business presentations. You've become an expert in this. What's a piece of advice you give the entrepreneurs and business owners listening today to do a good presentation? Doesn't have to be great. If it is, it's better, but just a good one.
A good one is really when you're doing a presentation, ask a question and listen to the answer from whoever you're speaking with. Nowadays, too many presenters, and I see it on virtuals, I see it live, it's more about, hey, let me tell you about what I do. Let me tell you all the wonderful things I've done. Let me tell you all about my product and my features and benefits. And you know what? Nothing loses the attention of your audience or your guests faster when it becomes 5 minutes about you. Ask a question and let them tell you about them, and then proceed from there.
As I say, and you've heard this before, ask, shut up, listen, and ask principle, ask the principle. It works so well. What are good questions? Because there's got to be good questions to ask. Of course, it's different for every industry, but what are some of those good questions they should ask?
Well, some of the questions that you should ask, again, depending upon the setting of why they attended. Why are you here today? What sparked your interest in attending my presentation? Is there something in particular going on with you today that really needs to be addressed? Or, what's your biggest concern in growing your business? What's troubling you? And, how do you think I can help you? So those are a few really, I think, opening ended type of questions, because you don't want to ask what we call closed-ended questions, where people would just answer you with a yes or a no. You want them to talk to you. So ask open-ended questions.
Yeah, we're so aligned. We first met. I think that's how we got aligned. That's how you get to know yes or no. 50 years, short, quick answers. That doesn't tell you anything. It tells you a little bit. It doesn't tell you enough to be able to help them.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You're there to help them, and hopefully that leads to what you're selling them. To be honest with you, or why you're holding this conversation. But you can't help them if you don't understand. It's like going to the analogy, and I think we've talked about this too. You go to the doctor, and you go, "Hey, doctor, can you help me?" What does the doctor do? Well, diagnose you. What's the matter? I don't feel well. Well, again, you just dive deeper and deeper until you find out really what's the root cause.
Yeah. Presentations are also, I've seen many different ways. Bullet points, images, don't make them long. I've heard that pretty much across the board. Is there a best way to do your presentation when it comes to the slides?
When it comes to the slides should be bulleted. No more than 3 to 5 bullets on the slide. And you don't make them paragraphs, make them bullets. And don't read the slides to the people. As I like to phrase it, if I needed a bedtime story, you could just send me your slides and I can read them on my own. You don't need to read to me. Okay. So just make them bullets, make them short and sweet. And the bullets are there for you to guide yourself, making sure you explain the bullet points again, and not to read them to the people who are watching.
Images and videos important.
Images are good, and so are videos. Again, too many presentations or webinars these days, pardon me for putting it this way, they're the death by PowerPoint presentation. It's slide after slide after slide after slide. Okay, and that gets boring, gets monotonous. The cameras go off and people tune themselves out. It's like you got the production when you do a webinar, and I mean by production, people watch TV because the scenes change. It keeps their attention. You got to do the same thing when you're doing a presentation or doing a webinar. Shake it up, a slide, an image, a video, a poll question, something that will keep their attention and keep that visual effects on the screen and constantly moving around and changing.
I love with presentations, I think I said it right too, tomorrow, is the engagement, engaging the audience. Is that truly that important?
Oh, it's tremendous. In fact, my framework is called Engage, that we basically talk about to presenters. Because if you're not engaging your audience, you're not going to activate revenue. And that's one of my other favorite lines I like to use as my tagline. Engaged audience will convert at a higher rate. If you're just talking to them for 45 minutes, and I've seen some great presentations, and there's some fantastic presenters that can hold your attention for 45 minutes. But for most of us, that's not going to happen. So getting your audience involved, learning again about why they're there, putting poll questions up, getting them to put even yes, no into chat, or using one of our products that actually puts yes, no, and you can see the results right on the screen. It makes it interactive, and it keeps the audience from doing the one thing that we don't want them to do, and that's pick this thing up. Because it's so freaking easy to pick up your phone or just click off, turn the camera off, and go to another tab, and you're tuned out.
Yeah, engaging is definitely the servant's heart for that audience. Is there a way, because I've been told, pick somebody, if it's in person, pick somebody on the crowd, talk to them eye to eye, virtually same thing, pick people out. Is that eye to eye contact important as well?
When you're virtual over stream, um, looking at your camera like we are right now makes that eye contact. Yes, virtual is going to be a lot different than doing a live to
Yeah.
live. If I'm live to live and I'm in front of an audience, I go around and look at the eyes. I look at the eyes of different participants during my presentation. By making eye contact, you're getting that engagement. They see you, you see them, and you're drawing them in. And even in a live situation, getting people to raise their hand. Hey, how many of you have experienced this, or that? Okay. How many of you experience when you've done the presentation and you get done, you get an applause, great, but nothing ever happens afterwards. Have you felt that? What does that feel like? And yes, you do that on Zoom, or you can do it on virtually, but these are the things to get the engagement, whether you're virtual or you're live. But that eye contact is so important.
Yeah, and you've proved to us you're an expert. You've done thousands of business presentations, taught hundreds of clients. What's some ways that you've seen through all this presentation, the wrong way to do a presentation to completely avoid?
The avoid is one, don't be on camera. I mean, I've seen a lot of presenters just go put their slides up and they go off camera. You know, they're just a voice. You know, there's like someone speaking down to you. Okay, that's horrible, terrible. With all due respect, you know, if you put a presentation on, people are here to see and hear you. Let me repeat that: see and hear. So turn your camera on. Don't be camera shy. That's the worst thing you can do. If you're live, you're front and center, and you're live on webinar. You're live on stage. Put that camera on. The other thing that I mentioned earlier is their slides are paragraphs. So you're basically reading the slides to the people. And I'll use the same line I used earlier. If I want to read your slides, just send them to me. I'll use them as a bedtime story, because I didn't come to your webinar to be read to. I came to your webinar to present it to be spoken to learn from you. Don't read to me. Talk to me like talk to me like a human being. I'm not here for a bedtime story. So those are the two most common things I've seen.
Yeah, I've been in presentations. They're so long. And you do check out. You just, I don't know if I know you're probably nodding your head, listening to Jeff going, yeah, I've checked out. And that's powerful advice. So I understand now presentations are important. What's the ROI, and should every business be doing presentations? Because I talk
Oh,
about free workshops. They're very important. If you're not out there giving away your education. So I love what you're doing with Brothers from Another Mother, because I'm doing workshops all the time. But what is really the ROI?
the ROI is really, at the end of the day, you're putting your time and effort into a presentation. And the reason why most people don't get an ROI out of the presentation is because their call to action at the end is non-existent, or it's so weak that it just ends with no initiative, or no call to action for the participants to do anything. So that's why people are frustrated from doing webinars, because they think they have a great showing, they have a great product. I nailed it, I did everything fantastic. And then it comes down to, which is the last E in my Engage framework, is to extend the offer. They've done everything, but they're so afraid to ask, hey, why don't you book an appointment and let me take you through this, or let me learn more about you. Or if I'm actually selling a product on live, here's my link. Click the link to purchase this today. And people don't understand how to create an offer, okay, and how to make it valuable, or even put a urgency factor into it. Yeah, here, for $9.97 you could purchase this. And okay, great. Is there any difference between buying it today or buying it in 6 months from now? If you don't create any urgency factor, why buy it? People like to, be enticed. People like to have the fear of missing out on something. So put that enticement in. Put a very effective and powerful call to action when you wrap things up.
It's great. I love that advice. What's some advice you'd give people for great offers?
So great offers is, and we're seeing them a little bit more and more, is a value stack. So, hey, you buy this, you get this, you get this, and this equals this price and this price. So we stack all this together. Let's just say it's $5,000. But for today, we're gonna sell this for $997. So here's the link. And for the first 7 people that sign up, I'll give you an extra bonus here, Steve. The first 7 people that sign up, you're going to get these extra 2 bonuses worth another 997. So click that link below before those bonuses expire. So now I've done 2 things. I value stacked it to a high offer value at 997. And I've created a urgency factor for the first 7 that do purchase. They get 2 more bonuses on top of the ones already provided. So now everyone has a fear of missing out on those extra bonuses.
Value of perception. You nailed it. It's so
Exactly.
powerful. It's and people are like, well, is it worth 997? These price points are all arbitrative to the person that's operating it. And that's what people lose sight of. You might charge 1,000, I might charge 10. Doesn't mean we're both wrong. It just means what we're doing. It might be a different stack and it might be different resources and tips. Yeah, price is always a big problem for people. I've had people double their price and they got more clients. So like, what happened? Price, value, and price, right? That's why you're smiling. It's so great. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was with an accountant one day, right, and a CPA firm. He was telling me about, Jeff, I have too much business. I can't handle the workload. So I said to him, well, you could do 2 things. One, obviously, you can offload it to some, per diem person and help you out. Okay. Or the second thing that I've seen happen is just double your fee for every one of your clients. He goes, double them. I said, yeah, double them. You might lose 80, 50%, you might lose 20%, but you're gonna make a ton more money. And now you have more money, more revenue to actually go outsource this. And even if 50% of your clients left, you're still at the same revenue number and you do them half the work.
Less work. Yeah, less work.
Win-win.
Yeah, it's powerful. The other thing too is with price is people are afraid of being different than other people. They're comparing. That's what I was thinking of. And don't do that. Audience, Jeff's saying it. I'm saying don't compare it. It's your business. Whether you're both coaching business, just it's your business and you should never compare. Tony Robbins is going to make more money than me, can offer more than me and you. But he's built that over many years and money and the millions he paid to brand himself. And we won't get into that because that's not really a presentation. So with the presentations, is there certain body language besides the eye contact, which we talked earlier, that people should have? Because they're looking, you're the highlight of this whole thing.
Yes, body language is very important, and even your voice inflection, it becomes a very important as well. So body language is, for example, I like to stand up when I do these podcasts or when I present. For me, I get more energy. I'm livelier, and I like to move my hands around, as you can see. So again, to me, it's a way to interact with the audience when they see me and they move around. Visually, I see the things you should not do, and I've seen this on webinars. And if you are sitting, this tends to happen sometimes. Is, hey, let me tell you about you start covering up your chin, or you're so monotone. Hey Steve, let me tell you about this fantastic journey I was on. It was the best thing I ever experienced in my life. Okay, come on, folks. You're about to tell a great experience about a great story you just had. Put that enthusiasm in, okay? Smile, talk to people. Pretend you're telling that story to your best friend. Is that how you would actually tell that story? No.
Yeah.
Again, it's your perception, it's you, and just have just have fun presenting it at the end of the day.
It sounds like bring your passion to the forefront
It
in that
is,
story. The,
yeah.
the way, yeah,
Sometimes
the way you did it, sorry, Rep, the way you did it was not passionate. It's like, oh, you're telling the story. Interesting. Okay. I never thought about that. That's a, so preparing for a presentation, oh, and we're coming to the end here. Wow, God, we could talk all day about this. So, how's the prep? Now, I've heard two ways: a lot of prep, not a lot of prep. What's your thoughts?
I, well, my slides are prepped. Obviously, you got to be prepared. I don't follow a script when I do my presentations. Just like you and I, we're having a conversation today.
Yeah,
None of this is scripted. None of this was rehearsed. We just got on a few minutes early. Hey, what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about presentations, and we're off and running. Okay, and that's how I like to be do my presentations. I don't script them. I might think about the night before what I want to talk about, but for the most part, I don't follow a script. And if I miss something, honestly, no one's going to know you missed it.
yeah,
Okay. It's your presentation. It's the way you present. If you miss a slide or you miss a key point, yes, you might feel upset that you missed the key point, but honestly, no one knows you're going to talk about it. So, okay,
yeah.
it's over. I just go with the flow.
Jeff, you brought a lot of brilliant things today. That's probably number one. They're all number one A, B, C, but not being scripted because I've had done presentations. People go, "You were different than." That's where the engagement is just being different, right?
You know,
So that people sees you for the second, third time.
yeah, and you hit on this earlier a little bit, Steve, too. There's not people do what you do. Other people do what I do. At the end of the day, is what makes you different versus the other people out there. What makes your presentation shine while the others didn't shine? Why will people choose you over the other people? Is because they will remember you for what you did during your presentation. And that's how you win the business. That's what makes you different, is doing things that no one expects or doing things differently during your presentation that no one else is doing.
That's the game changer right there. And you know, the audience, we're gonna end with this. Not everybody in your presentation is gonna like what you do. Next, the people that like it, great. Then you just go on to your next presentation, do it a little, and the more you do it, Jeff, right, the better you get, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's like riding your bicycle, right? The first time you
Yeah.
rode it, you fell down and you scraped your knee. You got back on and you learned how to ride your bike. And the same thing with your presentations. Your first one may not be the best of the best, but you do them several times
Yeah.
and you get improved. And the one thing I always like to also urge people, ask for feedback. Get suggestions on what you could do better. How can you improve? Everyone should have a coach, no different than you and me. And there's always room for improvement. There's always ways to do things differently. And you should be open-minded to take that advice and tweak yourself when you do your next one.
Jeff, thank you. Because that was for the price of this show right there. Was fee. I didn't even think about that. I don't do that. I'm going to start doing that. Yeah, audience, I'm very humble. I make mistakes as well. And it's not a mistake. It's just a better presentation. It just adds to the presentation. Jeff, I owe you what that's going to be. We'll figure that out later. Let's end with a fun question. I'm going to come out where you live. We're going to go to dinner, bring your family, but I want you to invite three people, whether dead or alive, doesn't matter, who've been influential in your life. But you can pop in your head, go, this person made a difference in my life. For me, the second question is, I'm a foodie. So, Jeff, I want you to order food for the table. What would that food be?
Uh, Food, I probably would take you to either a steak place or an Italian place because those are two of my favorite. And obviously, if we go to Italian, that's usually a nice way to have a nice family dish where we
Yeah.
can share and everyone can take what they want and just enjoy whatever portion they eat the most. So if you love Italian food, we got that place to definitely hit you up on and take you there, and I know you'll love it. So that'd be awesome. I would love to have that happen one day as well, Steve.
Yes, that would be great. I'm hungry already. So, who would you invite?
We've all had mentors in our lives, and I one of my mentors I still talk to today, thank God. Actually, I talked to um, two out of my three major mentors. One passed, the one I don't talk to anymore, he passed away. But my other key mentor lives in near Orlando. I'm outside Tampa, which is David. And the other individual that had a tremendous life impact on me was Tad. And Tad was the first one that gave me the opportunity to be a manager as in my career because he had the faith and the trust in me. And David um, actually took me out of my accounting role because I was an accountant in my prior life, as I like to phrase it, and got me into a sales support role. And David, that role actually in that job changed my life and changed my career.
There's only one first in your life, and that's going to be only your only first. It's a great memory. It's
Yeah.
powerful.
And of course, I got the wife and the kids and all that good stuff. I
Yeah.
don't want to leave them out, but
They'll come with us
and,
all.
yeah,
Absolutely. We'll feed them all. I'll take care of all of them. Jeff, thank you so much for taking the time today. You just told us how serving heart is in presentations and the right way to do it.
and my pleasure, Steve. Thanks for having me on the show. I enjoyed it tremendously.
Now you have a community. We're going to have in the show notes. What's your community?
It's a school community. It's called Command the Room. Because really, at the end of the day, when we walk into a presentation or we're talking to our wives, the idea is to, or spouses or whoever, is that you got to command that room. You got to own that room. And people got to be able to resonate with you. They got to be attracted to you. And then you got to be able to connect with them. So Command the Room is the school community that I have.
Yeah, and it's audience SKOOL.com school, not the normal school you're used to. And just pop in there when you pop it up, just put Man in the Room and his community, which I'm part of. And he sends out some great stuff. If you want to learn how to do presentations every day or every other day, his information's invaluable. So I'll have that in the show notes. You click on the link and be able to join for free. And how can they connect with you?
That many ways you can connect. If you'd like to just have my gift to your listeners would be a consultation. Just go to speakwithjeff.com, speak with Jeff, and Jeff is Jeff. So that will pull up my calendar link. You can find me on LinkedIn, of course, under Jeff Brandeis. And other web presentation is engagingwebinars.com. That's where you can learn a little more about our products and what we do to help you create that engaging webinar that we all want.
A lot of ways to connect. That's what a servant heart does. Puts his heart out there, and I appreciate that. And audience, if you know a business owner or you just know people that need better presentations, share the link. Podcasts are truly gifts because what does a gift do? It impacts somebody. And just think of Christmas morning. How many kids wake up in the morning? Yeah, it's impact with love and joy, but it's still an impact. Podcasts are the same way. So subscribe to the YouTube channel or go ahead and share this link and let's impact as many as we can. With that being said, me and Jeff want to thank everybody for watching or listening to this podcast, and we'll see you all in the next episode of Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. Have a great day, everyone.